It is currently 11:52 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1:53 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, June 23rd, 2025. And we're back at it with another general, timeless, intuitive reading for my soul tribe, Divine Divinity, and whoever else resonates with any of these messages at any time that you come across them. Anything that resonates with you, any energies, any messages, you always want to do your own spiritual due diligence. And how do you do that? By going within confirmation and to the Holy Spirit of the Most High for confirmation as to how the energies and messages resonate with you and how they correlate with your personal situation. Now, keep in mind that my readings are timeless, okay? And they are genderless, meaning just because I say masculine doesn't mean that I'm talking about a man. It could be a woman in masculine energy and vice versa with feminine energy. It could be a man in feminine energy, as we all have aspects of masculine and feminine, as well as light and shadow. So remember that. Alrighty, 141 could be significant. 144 on the clock timer, chosen one energy. Shout out to my fellow chosen ones, earth angels, light workers, healers, shamans, alchemists, starseeds. Confirmation. So something specific about starseeds coming into union with one another or something like that. Okay, so the number 207, I just saw 207 on the clock timer. So, and I think that was one of my second grade room number. So for us old school kids, I'll be 44 in August. So we used to have room numbers. I don't know what it's like today, but we used to have room numbers, and the room number would begin with the grade that you are in. So 207, that was my second grade room number. Okay, so something could be significant about elementary school for some of you all. It's 11:55 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's 44% on my phone. So I'm looking at 11:55:44. 11 speaks of confirmation, so this is significant. Okay, so 11 deals with, that's a master number. 1111, you could be seeing 1111. This is also 11th house energy, so Aquarius and Saturn. So something about teams, groups, friends and colleagues, how we showing up in that arena. Okay, so, and then we have 55, which is 5 and 5. Well, 5 individually talks to upcoming changes for your highest good. 5th house, Leo and the sun, romance, fun and play, creativity, communicating creatively, something like that, and a lot of success. You can have success in shining light on things done in the dark, exposing. If you're a reader or you have some sort of spiritual practice, you don't have to. And then 5 and 5, 10, that's your 10th house energy. So yeah, it has something to do with the work that you do. You could be some sort of practitioner or spiritual advocate. You could be a reader or something like that, a healer, doing things with stones and things like that. 414 on the clock timer. You could be seeing 414. Okay, or something specific about April 14th. Okay, but 10th house energy, Saturn and Capricorn, professional path, social standing, public persona. And it could have something to do with the King of Wands in the upright, a high priest, male or female. Okay, or something like that. So actually, before I get into the cards, I want to do some initial channel messages. And we'll see what comes out for fem masculine. Cruel intentions as I split the deck. So somebody could have some cruel intentions towards someone that is in a high priest energy, taking some sort of action following his or her intuitive promptings. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries could be significant. Go Power Rangers. Okay, but what this person, whoever he or she is, that has these cruel intentions toward this masculine energy, they don't realize that they're a Go Power Ranger in a spiritual realm. They don't realize that they're dealing with an actual spiritual warrior. Because after all, yeah, we're dealing with spiritual warfare here and have been since the existence of time. You may be looking for some sort of action and adventure in your life, okay, because you're in this era of freedom, of really totally being free, being transparent in our authenticity, being who we are without any reservation. How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose? So this movie, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, could be significant with Christy Swanson. Okay, somebody could think that you're nosy, but you're not nosy because we mind our business over here. Okay, is what I'm saying. So, generationally cursed. Somebody is generationally cursed. Now, I'm getting two perspectives of this energy. I'm getting one who has been generationally cursed through the bloodline and lineage and remains that way because they refuse to go on their healing journey, is what I'm saying. And then someone has now generationally cursed their bloodline and lineage because of some fuck shit that they was doing against you, fem masculine. Okay, because they want your money, or they want the person that is assigned to you, that is destined to you, some bullshit like that. Okay, so anyway, let's see what else. These silk stockings. Okay, so this could be like somebody who dresses up in drag, male or woman, because we have drag queens and drag kings. Happy Pride Month to my fellow LGBTQers. Okay, but with it coming out in the reverse, they're not able to stalk you anymore. Okay, they're not able to hide through your bushes or whatever this shit is, because it's in the reverse. So this could be the person that's generationally cursed and has been met with blockages and obstacles. They broke ass can't pay rent but buying drugs. They broke ass can't pay rent, they buying drugs. They broke ass can't pay rent but buying drugs. They broke ass can't pay rent but buying drugs. And see here, fem masculine, this is part of the structure of their generational curses. Obsessed with their addictions. But see here, you're energetically structured. Okay? And you're only energetically structured is because you did the work and you did what you had to do in order to heal. And although healing occurs in levels and layers, we're healed on a fundamental level that is allowing us to move forward in this freedom. Meaning that although, in my opinion, healing is ongoing as things happen throughout our lives as we progress or degress, depending on who you are. But we're at a point to now that we've healed those childhood wounds and we're able to move forward. Keep in mind, fem masculine, that when giving the benefit of the doubt, bitch, sometimes the doubt is the very benefit that we need. Okay? Again, I'm going to say that again because Spirit gave me this several years ago, that when giving the benefit of the doubt, sometimes the doubt is the benefit. Pay attention to your gut instincts, your discernment, your intuition. Is pretty much what I'm saying. Oh yeah, you're definitely in this era of milk and honey, getting whatever it is that you want. Because not because you deserve it like automatically, but you put in the work for it. And this is part of birthright and inheritance, and it's yours. It's important for you to know and realize, the masculine, that your family ain't shit. So when you get your shit back, or as we're getting our shit back, they're gonna come back crawling because they're gonna need our help. You see, your family ain't shit. We talking about your family here, and with me going into the heart chakra deck, that's also dealing with family and not only romance. They broke ass, can't pay rent, but they buying drugs. Okay, they ain't shit, and they still generationally cursed with these addictions, but we're not. So when they come in, because they're gonna come in, the baby hummingbird is right outside my window, and she's so cute. I'm assuming that it's a female bird, but she is so small, petite. Somebody is very petite. Okay, someone petite is ready to fly the coop, meaning they're ready to leave home. Somebody is breaking away from their family for the first time. Yeah, their energy is something like that. Yeah. Stressing and obsession over somebody that's energetically structured, but they can't gain access to anymore. You're of humanitarian service, so you could be a life path number 9. You don't have to be, but you're in this philanthropic energy, wanting to give back to your communities, whichever communities that you resonate with. 11:44 on the clock timer. So 11:44, you could be seeing that as a synchronization, or 144, which is a variation of 11:44, talking about that chosen one energy virus. Somebody is sick, part of these generational curses. Something like that's passed through the bloodline, but see, it skipped you, like diabetes, cancer, heart failure, mental health issues. Somebody is sick, or this could be a virus on your devices. Stand up and be counted, be heard. Stand up and be counted, be heard. Word. Stand up and be counted, be heard. Yet move in silence. See, this energy right here, stand up and be counted, and moving in silence, causes for wisdom, not knowledge. Because the difference between knowledge and wisdom is, knowledge is more so of a concept, whereas wisdom is experiential. Applied knowledge to the experience multiple times, if applicable, but the experience from the concept breeds wisdom. I'm gonna say that again. The experience from the concept, or a concept, breeds wisdom. The experience of a concept breeds wisdom. Okay? The experience of a concept. Yes, if indeed, in fact, breeds wisdom. Okay? Divine knowledge and wisdom. Now, you can know something but still not have experience. We know technically about labor. 14:04 on the clock timer. 1:44. Heavy chosen one energy, and I said heaven. 14:14 on the clock timer. 5 and 5. Upcoming changes for your highest good. 5th house energy. Leo and the Sun. 10 completion. Saturn and Capricorn. Your professional path, public persona, and social standing, your ranking. Lay down your weapons or perish. This is what I'm saying here, Femme Masculine. I am the light in my shadow. Okay? So we're talking about polarity here, inhumane, because here you are in this humanitarian energy, giving back, loving, kind, all of that good shit. But now there's someone inhumane. So we're definitely dealing with polarity. at this time. So let's go ahead and jump into these cards and see what's good for masculine. And again, the focus, the energy that I'm pulling on is that of love, romance, love, home, family, soul tribe energy, things like that, okay? So Holy Spirit, what is it that we need to know at this time for fem masculine regarding these energies? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Ooh. So I'm gonna take the two that jumped out, jumped out face down, and they are. So the two that jumped out, there's a masculine energy, male or female. This masculine energy is conscious, meaning that they're woke. Okay, awakened consciousness. This is someone who is walking in awakened consciousness. Walking in awakened consciousness. Okay. Now, usually in this upright position, I take it confirmation. I take it as divine masculine energy. But with this Five of Swords in the reverse, can't hide it. Okay, so they can't hide the fact that they want to send you some sort of abrupt ending. This is their desire. Okay. Okay, so now I'm getting this. Seven of Cups in the reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This masculine energy, whether it's a male or female, they're coming to disrupt a karmic relationship. They want to bring an abrupt ending. This masculine energy could be like your twin flame or something like that, but they're connected to you on a soul level. And they can intuitively, empathically, or even possibly telepathically, if you're on that frequency, this person knows that you're doubting and you're disappointed in this relationship, that you're unfulfilled, and they're coming towards you to offer and show you something better. And like, this shit is the real deal. Like, for real. You could have even crossed paths with one another and felt this kinetic connection, like your souls were drawn to each other, but you tried to ignore it, possibly, or something like that. A yellow butterfly could be significant, or a light lime greenish kind of butterfly is something like that. But yeah, that could, okay. So look at this. So we got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's like a unit that's going into poverty, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is a dark feminine energy, male or female, that would do anything for money. They're very materialistic. This could even be a street worker, a hoe, a prostitute. Okay, this is somebody that'll do anything, and this is not a judgment. Spirit said that's the motherfucking truth. The Ace of Swords in the reverse dropped out. So you're definitely dealing with somebody who's unstable. I'm hearing unpredictable regarding their resources and home life, because we're dealing with things of tangibility, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Or something like that. Yeah, they're losing access to a birthright and inheritance, Four of Pentacles in the reverse, because somebody was fake wearing a mask. Okay. Another perspective that I'm getting from the tail end of these cards with this mask is that if you don't resonate with being in a relationship in which you're unfulfilled, then for others of you, this is being unfulfilled within your family, like black sheep energy. And this masculine energy, if this is not your destined, designed lover coming in, taking action towards you, then this is your masculine energy that's coming to bring it into this abrupt ending. Or you're bringing an abrupt ending to your family or to the person that you are collaborating with romantically. Take it where and how it resonates. Either or, yeah, because you love yourself unconditionally. Ace of Cups in the reverse, that's self-unconditional love, self-empowerment. So somebody has come into their power. Someone has come into their power, and regardless if it's a romantic relationship or relationship with your loved ones, family, including close friends who are like family, you're bringing an abrupt ending to the bullshit because there's a bunch of karmic shit going on here. Okay? Generationally cursed. Yeah, they broke ass can't pay rent, but buying drugs. Your family ain't shit. Yeah, you walking away from your family because they've been attacking you. You lay down your weapons and perish. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. They know you coming into milk and honey. And they were very inhumane towards you. Again, this could be your ex, your family, and or both. Take the energies where they resonate, but make sure that you're confirming you're going within into the Holy Spirit of the Most High. So now, I want to get into some tarot and see what can be seen, what the focus energy is. At the bottom of the deck here is Ace of Cups and Four of Cups. Severing ties, cutting cords. I hope you all saw that. Four of Cups is disconnecting it. Because you have disconnected your energy from these people by severing ties and cutting cords, they have now gone into an era of poverty. Yeah, Two of Pentacles and the upright, because you out here balancing things out. You're taking control over your life, mind, body, and soul, and the body breeds the physical. Earth energy, earth elements, earth, air, fire, water, that's all physical. Okay, King of Wands in the upright. You balance things out by looking at things from a higher perspective, seeing the big picture. This can also be your spirit guides that are watching over you from the ethers. Possibly even somebody's ancestors as they have ascended. But this is ascended energy though. Regardless of who it is in your spirit guides, angels, archangels, ancestors, okay? This is, in fact, spirit guide energy. They're watching you balance things out, adjusting, being very adaptable to your environment. It's almost like you're a chameleon. All reptilian energy isn't bad, okay? Being able to fit into any environment that you're thrown in with ease, moving forward, choosing peace with this Five of Cups. In the reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it's giving me like the energy that this putting an abrupt ending to things is by way of severing ties and cutting cords, disconnecting the ties that bind. Disconnecting the ties that bind. And see, the thing about this energy that I'm talking about, because I've recently done this myself. I've did my severed ties and cutting cords little thing with everyone that has ever betrayed me with ill intentions, whether I know them or not. But this time that I did it, because I've done it several times, and each time something significant about the multiples of 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, something about June 28th, 27th, and 28th, actually from the 26th to the 28th, could be significant. That's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Those dates can be significant. The Magician. Okay, because you're seen and known here as the Magician. Your energy goes on and on and on. It's infinite. It's unstoppable, is what I'm hearing. High Priestess, the Magician, as a High Priestess. Now, see, this is a masculine and a feminine energy here. Gender isn't a requirement. I feel like that this is you, fem masculine. Both the magician and the magician and the high priestess, male or female. Your intuition, our intuition is popping like that. It's so popping that it's magical, it's mystical, it's majestic. Or majestical, is majestical a word? Okay, but it's like that. And see, all of this shit is out in the open. People can see this. People see you walking in this energy, embodying this energy. But as I was saying about this time versus the previous times I severed ties and cut cords, there was still hurt in my heart. I was still healing. There was still pain. And this time, this present time that I did it, there was no pain, no sorrow, no regret. Bitches, you have to leave my energy, my energetical space. King of Swords in the reverse. That's what just jumped out, because they were abusive, manipulative, deceitful, cruel, weak, but yet abusive. They had to play mental mind games with us to get us into a headspace to make us feel and believe that we were worthless and that we were weak. But it wasn't because we are worthless, it's because we're worth it. Always remember that, for masculine. It's not because we ain't worth shit, it's because we're worth it. 7 of Pentacles in the upright. You persevere despite the antics of this King of Cups in the reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So this King of Cups in the reverse, they're trying to do something. They're giving people false information about you. They're actively, like, they're doing this shit right now. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or have significant prominent placements. But they're giving people false information about you. And it's like, they up to no good. But see here, they done already manifested and actualized a blockage for them, an obstacle. They ain't gonna be able to go nowhere with this energy. I promise you that. Yeah. What did I say? Didn't I just say that? Judgment? They're being judged before they even... Because I told you, and this is falling under the King of Wands in the upright, somebody already sees this. In the ethers and in the physical realm. Moon in the reverse here. Somebody's scared. Now they scared. They scared. This could be somebody that's like right up on you. Like in your... See? But they can't feel your energy. Lovers in the reverse. Gemini energy. We got Pisces and Gemini. So you could be dealing or have dealt with someone that's a Pisces or Gemini, or you could be a Pisces or Gemini, or either one of you can have prominent Pisces and Gemini placements. What's this? 5 of Swords in the reverse. So like, this is giving me Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is giving me energy that somebody like your ex or even family, they got lingering resentment towards you because you won, we won the battle. But they want to reconcile because they know that we're in our milk and honey era. Yet what I say is, now see, I said that without even looking down at the card. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. They greedy and stingy. All they want to do is reconcile in order to come back and take from you. Be very wise, fem masculine. Yeah. They want a new opportunity with you. But see, they know that you're getting a new opportunity being blessed by the divine here. Ace of Pentacles. You see that big ass coin? Somebody about to get a whole lot of money, or get a job, start a new career, or expand the career that you're already in, or what you're doing. Something like that. Yeah, it's something like that. And it's really like that because it's something like that is what I'm hearing. You could definitely be an entertainer, comedian, vocalist, singer, songwriter, producer, musician, dancer, something like that. Highly creative. And you really are with this philanthropic energy. Okay? You really care about others and you like to give back to the community. Is what I'm getting. 9 of Wands in the upright, manifested outcome. The last one standing. We're talking about resilience. Okay? We're talking about resilience. You're very resilient. Okay? You're playing a game of spiritual chess, where the karmics are playing spiritual motherfucking chess. 10 of Cups, peace from within, a peace that passeth all understanding. I'm hearing inner endurance. You can go the mile. Slow and steady wins the race, or something like that. The dire mother and the great child. I'm getting that energy. If you've seen the 13 ghosts and know about the 13 zodiacs, then you know what I mean. I'll be getting into that in the next few videos. What else? Holy Spirit. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. Everybody that collaborated against you, they're all in chaos right now, in conflict with one another. King of Cups in the reverse. King of Swords in the reverse. Whoever this lovers is, so this is your lover and your family. And they're being judged. Because it is somebody in your family, you know, this King of Swords in the reverse, I believe that's somebody in your family that got somebody to come towards you, and in this King of Cups in the reverse energy. But see here, the Hierophant is coming out. This is what you're showing up as. Manifested outcome. Hierophant, somebody that's an ordained initiate, high honor and high ranking in the spiritual realm. Yeah, your energy is like that, fem masculine. That's what I'm saying. So somebody was fucking with it. See, they knew who you are, but they didn't really know who you are. They knew that we were special, that we had gifts, spiritual gifts. A lot of us seers. But they didn't also know that we're spiritual authority. The Hierophant is not only a leader like the emperor, the empress, but this Hierophant is a spiritual authority. This is somebody that calls justice, judgment, adjudication. Someone is still going to try to ruin your crops, though. This King of Five of Swords, yeah. These people who have this lingering resentment towards you. Page of Pentacle in the reverse. Yeah, deception. So somebody's, with the Seven of Swords, somebody's planning, plotting, and scheming. Confirmation on that. They're coming up with a plan to do some fuck shit. But you gonna rip shit. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Somebody in Atlanta. I just saw 3404. So yeah. 3, finding and maintaining clarity where there once was conflict, confusion, chaos, and mess by outside third-party energies. These bobble-headed sweet bitches. So these bobble-headed sweet bitches are in Atlanta. 3404, that's 404 Atlanta area code. Yeah, they're resisting some sort of transition. So they want to start some bullshit. At the bottom of the deck, though, you the boss, you the CEO, you're the entrepreneur, King of Pentacles in the upright. Or this could be a King of Pentacles that's coming to offer you another pinnacle, a new opportunity, a job, an extension, or something like that. You know? But it's really something like that. I want to get a few oracle cards and see no help here. See, the situation is, was what they manifested for themselves, they're not going to have any help. And they can't dream. They're not ambitious, suspicious. Somebody is suspicious. And this is not an unlikely ally. Because you have help and they don't. So somebody wants to come and hide behind your divine protection. I think not, bitch. Not over here. Yeah, bitch, not over here. Because all is going according to plan, bitch, and you have had a bright idea or something like that. A profound epiphany. Yeah, it's something like that. Okay? And it's going to work in your favor. Yeah. Letting go, no help here. See, it's coming out again, but now it's officially in the spread. No help here and letting go. You see them balloons, so somebody possibly getting ready to be put in the dirt. Because when I see this now, when I see letting go, this could be you letting go, severing ties, cutting cords. But with that releasing of the balloons, I get, yeah, somebody going in the dirt and ruins, wilderness in the reverse. We're not out in the cold, ruins though for somebody, those who came up against us. Yeah, something like that. What did I tell you? Somebody getting put in the dirt. Death. And when they die, you get the treasure. I can't make this shit up. I'm dropping the mic on that. Click like, yeah, luck is on your side. For real. I'm dropping the mic on that. Click like, share, subscribe. Donate to the channel. Book your sessions. Until next time, I love you all. Peace.